Welcome to Thirukkural English Couplet TV. Dear friends, we have already seen up to chapter number 84 where we have seen about simpleton. Now we are coming to shallowness. Again he is talking about shallowness in the same thing, foolishness in a different words in different way. Now with this fellowship and foolishness ends with this chapter. Let's see. And I have translated Thirukkural in the same way as Thirukkurals have been written, 4 plus 3 words. 4 plus 3 words in 2 lines, complying with Kural Vilba and what is known as couplet definition. That you can see in detail if you go to my previous introductory videos, wherein I have explained about all this. And I have put all these 1330 Kurals in 133 chapters in 16 heads, which are called headings or aspects. Now we are in the 11th aspect called foolishness or fellowship. That is from 79 to 85 chapters. Now it ends there. Hence we end with chapter, an aspect called foolishness or fellowship. 6th chapter we start the next one, and we saw about the Hedame, that is simpleton, foolishness, in the last one. He defined that, and the last Kural he was explaining about how fools will be. Now he is speaking about shallowness. That is, it is not depth. He is talking about that. Sometimes I have translated using idiomatic approach, sometimes mostly what is known as a semantical approach, bringing in the heart and soul of Thiruvallur translation. In words, 4 words, 3 words, 2 lines. This is first of its kind and a unique approach which has been achieved in Thirukkural, which you can see in my icauniversityus.blogspot.com. There also you can see, and in my Thirukkural English Couplet Unaya Foundation web pages also you can see about all these things. Okay, shallowness. Wisdom lacking is poverty. Wisdom gives wealth. Wisdom lacking. Wisdom, if you lack wisdom, that is real poverty, not anything else. Wisdom gives wealth. Wisdom only gives you wealth. Wealth includes health also. So wisdom gives you wealth. Wisdom lacking is poverty. That is poverty. When you are poor, wisdom. When you lack wisdom, you are poor. You look like a poor person, but if you lack wisdom, not money. Next one, charity by fools is the receiver's penance. Penance is something which we use for just to control our body. That's good penance. This penance by the receiver is something which makes you receive from the fools. So the fools giving to you, the good person, is not the fool's goodness, it's the receiver's goodness. Charity by fools, it's not fool's goodness, it is receiver's goodness. It's the penance of the receiver, not the fool's actual charity. It is a charity by the fool, but it is not actually the charity by the fools. It is not the good thing that the fools are doing. It is a good thing that the receiver has done. Third one, fools inflict sufferings upon them than enemies. Fools, they are fools. Why? Because they are inflicting sufferings on themselves, not even the enemies. They will inflict sufferings on them than the enemies would do on them. That's why they are called fools. Next one, 4th one, fools calling themselves wise is their ignorance. How you see fools calling themselves wise? That is their ignorance. Now he is telling, what is ignorance? Fools calling themselves wise. They don't call themselves fools, they call themselves wise. That is ignorance. That's a very important one. 5th one, pretending prudence makes one foolish everywhere irrespectively. Pretending prudence. The fools pretend to be prudence This makes one foolish. This makes one foolish. He is pretending to be prudent. That's why he is a fool. Foolish. Everywhere irrespectively. Pretending prudence makes one foolish everywhere irrespectively. If he does do that, if he pretend to be prudent, if a person he pretends to be prudent, makes him foolish everywhere irrespectively, he will be foolish. He will be felt foolish by everyone everywhere. Everywhere, irrespective of anything, even irrespective of his goodness, he will be felt foolish. He will be known as foolish. Next one, 6th one. Fools conceal their faults, like concealing nakedness. Fools conceal their faults. How we conceal our nakedness? By wearing clothes. The same way, fools conceal their faults. They wear some pretense. They pretend to be wise. Thereby they conceal their faults. Next one, 7th one. Prone to harm are those discarding scriptures. If you discard scriptures, what will happen? Prone to harm are those discarding scriptures. If you discard scriptures, you will be a person who will be harming others. And prone to harm others. Prone to harm are those discarding scriptures. If you don't love scriptures, if you don't love good books, if you don't love scriptures, if you discard scriptures, what will happen? You will automatically become a person who will harm others. So that's why you will be constrained to harm others. You will be constrained to harm others. You will always look forward to harming others. You will be doing things with a view to harming others. That's a outcome. That's the output that you will make out of discarding scriptures. Discarding scriptures or going away from God. That is why he said in the first chapter itself, what will happen to the last one? Last Quran. If God is unreachable, birth is useless. That's one. Now we come to the next one, 8th Quran. Avoiding learning and hearing is long-lasting sickness. Avoiding learning. See, he is talking about learning and hearing. Bible has explained and defined what is being educated. Learner of good books is an educated person. Hearing a lot of things spoken by the educator is also an educated person. So if you lack all these things, if you avoid all these things, if you avoid learning, if you avoid listening to the learners or good people or the great people, this is sickness. Then you will become sick. That is long-lasting sickness. That will not be cured. You will be uneducated throughout. So uneducated people will be suffering for a long time. It's a long-lasting sickness. Avoiding these two things. He was talking about the sickness. He was talking about talking about being educated. Those people who are listening to books and those listening to great people, reading a number of books, are educated. If you avoid all these things, you will be having long-lasting sickness. 9th one, ignoring everyone, fools consider themselves greatly wise. The fools, they ignore everybody. They ignore everybody, and fools, they are fools because they ignore everybody. Not only that, fools consider themselves greatly wise. They think that they are wise. That's why they ignore everybody. Okay? But anyhow, we have to remember both things, in a balanced way. Nobody knows everything, everybody knows something. But here fools know nothing. Because they are fools. They have lost everything. They are having a sickness called, a long-lasting sickness called avoiding hearing and learning. Then they become ignorantly foolish. They don't know that they are fools. That is why ignorantly foolish. 10th one, demon-possessed are those who discard truth. If you discard truth, already spoke about the scriptures. 7th Quran, prone to harm are those discarding scriptures. If you discard scriptures, good books, books written by God, books meant for your goodness, if you discard those books, you will be prone to harm others. The same way, those people who discard truth are known as demon possessed people. உலகத்தார் உண்டென்பது இல்லென்பான் வையத்து அழகியா வைக்கப்படும். If a person who is telling what is the world accepts, what the world accepts, this person will be refuting. He says no. If such a type of person, he will be considered devilish. He will be considered devilish, or he will be considered a demon. Demon possessed are those who discard truth. He will be the person who discard truth will be known as demon possessed. Demon possessed. Alahe. He is possessed with alahe or demon or devil. That with he ends this chapter. And 85 chapters we have completed. That with we complete fellowship and foolishness also. Thank you.